All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be another blockbuster live stream talking about the latest Chelsea transfer news in the building. It's going to be, I'm telling you, it will be a blockbuster. There's so much to go through, so many big news to talk about. And like always, I want to hear what you guys, I want to see what you guys have to say about this, all the different topics that we're going to go through. I'm buzzing, man. I'm buzzing. January just around the corner. Obviously, Premier League just about to start as well. We're going to kick things off. I don't know, man. Yes, there is some form of nervousness, but at the same time, I'm very. I want to share this feeling with you guys. I'm at the same time, I'm very excited about what Todd Bowley is doing with all these youngsters and building up for the future, and all of these different off-field recruitments that we're doing. I mean, it's almost as if, how can you fail? How can you fail? You'd have to be so incompetent to fail. I just feel like we are going somewhere, and we just need to be patient, of course. But patience happens with wins. If you don't get wins, then very soon that patience is going to dry out quick. So Premier League season starts very soon, just around the corner, and you know, it all needs to bang off with victory against Bournemouth. 100% we need that victory against Bournemouth. And I want to see us play with a little bit of charisma. I want us to play with a little bit more courage. I want us to take the game on to Bournemouth and really give it to them at home at Stamford Bridge. Come on. And I can't wait, man. I can't wait. Obviously, we're going to see what type of players come in January, because 100%... Graham Potter needs some backup, some help, and I think some players want to leave. So be it. Let them leave. But I'm very excited, man. I'm very excited about some of these players, young players that we're getting. It just makes me think, the future, the vision 2030. We may not have to wait till 2030. I think it may happen a little bit quicker than that. And to see some of these players grow, I think it's going to be quite exciting. Ladies and gentlemen, nearly 70 of you guys are live within the first 3 minutes. Smash the like button. Let's get those likes up to 100 today. Definitely. I want to see 100 likes during the live stream. And then anything after that is going to be stupendous, absolutely stupendous. Good to see so many of you guys are here. Point 44, Ryan. We've got Sai Krishna, Mohammed, Hashal, Arnob, Phenomenal Film, Digital Film Reviews, Pritham, all my superstars are here, man. RN, Henrik, just like every single day, you guys are here. Jerry, Find Osama, Henrik, Shubra, my brother, every one of you guys are here, man. CFC Luke, it's so good to see you guys. Honestly, throughout the day, I kid you not, I'm going to say this to you guys right now. I think I might have said this previously. Throughout the day, obviously, I work full-time in finance. And do you know what? I sincerely look forward to this moment when I go live with you guys. For me, this is the highlight. Like, for me, work, I can do it with my eyes closed. It's the back of my hand. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can just do it easy. But it doesn't really get me going. It doesn't really get me excited. It's this half an hour, 35 minutes, 40 minutes with you guys. Honestly, that's the highlight for me every single day. Aside from obviously the family and whatnot, I'm very much a family guy and I love enjoying time with my family. But you guys are like part of my family as well, man. Every single day we spend time with each other without a doubt. We're here. All of us are here. And we're growing together, we're building a community together, and we're learning together. We're keeping a track with all the Chelsea news together. We're always informed, which is fantastic. As I said, you get a live stream in the morning, UK time, and then another video later on, UK time, just to encapsulate everything that has happened throughout the day. So, yeah, it's great. I love spending this time with you guys. Good to see so many of you guys are here. Shubra saying lovely stuff. Thank you so much, my brother. One of my absolute originals, man. Shubra, like, I've known you for so long, man. I honestly, if I ever get the chance to see you live, man, I think that'd be fantastic, man. That'd be great. Hopefully, I can go to India someday. Jake, good to see you as well. Phenomenal Finn, appreciate it. Another one of my OGs, been there for a long time.
Great to see all of you guys. At Vade as well, another brother that I would love to meet in person someday. I think it'd be fantastic. Big up, Miz. Fantastic community and even consistency by you. Much, much appreciated. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get on with the news. Big stuff happening at Chelsea Football Club. Fabrizio Romano. Chelsea are now closing in on Andrey Santos deal. Brazilian midfielder born in 2004. He's expected to join the club from Vasco da Gama. Here we go soon. You know he ain't joking around. When he gives you the here we go, this is happening. This is not a joke anymore. This is not a drill. This is legit. Personal terms are almost agreed. Deal at final stages. Vasco will receive 70% of the fee as called by Lucas Pedrosa, who actually broke this news. Now, 70% of the fee. Can someone tell me what's happening with the other 30%? Is that agent fee or something like that? Let me know. And also, personal terms. I wonder how much we are paying some of these young players. You know, in the likes of Chukwuemeka, Cesar Casadi, or Casadi, or however you pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I'm going to call it Casadi, unless someone actually comes out and tells me exactly how it's pronounced. All these different youngsters, you know, David, what's his name? The recent Ivory Coast player, David Jatro. I forgot his name. I think Fabrizio Romano has it as his pinned tweet. This is the thing. I can't keep up with all these youngsters anymore, honestly. What's this guy's name? David Datro Fofana. There you go. David Datro. I knew there was a Datro. David Datro Fofana. Obviously, there's now we're going after Andrey Santos. I wonder how much we're paying, like willing to pay them. What is their base salary like? It's going to be so interesting to see exactly what's going on. Yeah, Fofana, everyone's just helping me out. Thank you. I can't keep up. With all these youngsters that we're getting. What do you guys think about this particular player? I've seen some clips over the last few days. He seems all right. Obviously, he's still raw. I'm not even going to lie. I don't think he comes in and starts for us. No way he starts for us. He's raw. He needs to go out on loan, maybe be part of the development team initially, but eventually enough, go out on a loan. And then hopefully he can gain some experience. But eventually enough, I hope he makes it to the first team. He's a central midfielder. He's a defensive midfielder. He can play in that sort of in the center of the midfield. He loves a bit of a tackle. He's robust. He's got a bit of pace. He can play out the ball from the back. He can sneak into the box, score some goals, and he's good in the air. He loves a bit of ground duel, which is great. Obviously, he's raw. As I said, he's very, very raw. He needs to sort of hone in on those skills that he already has and really develop and work on them. So I don't expect this player to come in and be part of the Chelsea first team, but perhaps initially in the development squad and then eventually enough get loaned out to maybe championship to start things off and maybe abroad somewhere. But it's good to see this caliber of sort of player, the skill set that we're looking for, that central defensive midfielder, central midfielder. Makes me think, what are we going to do for the time being? Are we like, when are we expecting players like Andrey Santos to really break through to the first team? I guess it all depends on their, work ethics as well. How much do they want? What type of sort of game time do they see at Chelsea Football Club down the track? Do we start them off with some game times in terms of, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, this, that, the other? Or as I said, they go out on a loan. It's interesting, but it's not a solution for now. It is definitely not a solution for now. We still need to get midfielders in this January and then, of course, in the summer. But his style, his repertoire, the skills that he has, what I've seen is very much like, Declan Rice-esque, I suppose, when you think about from a defensive midfield situation. So does it mean that maybe we don't go for someone like Declan Rice and maybe we build up a player like Andrey Santos? Don't forget, we've got other midfielders, Chukwuemeka, we've got Cesar Casadi. Both of those are 8s perhaps, but could they potentially play 6? Maybe, I don't know. Andrey Santos definitely is a 6, but he could potentially play an 8. I mean, these players are so young. Like, we can't pencil them down on a particular position now. They're so young. We could really build them up to be whatever we want them to be. Size just shared something. With FSG looking to invest but open to sale, I'm not sure what's going on here. With FSG looking for investment but open to sale, with a fabled sporting director gone and his successor wanting to leave, with funding needed for players and nobody knowing where it's coming from, I'm not sure. I believe it's business as usual at Liverpool FC. I mean, look, I don't really care. I don't care. I do not care one bit about what Liverpool is doing. Do whatever you need to do, mate. Liverpool, do whatever you need to do. Please, Chelsea, fetch me a Jorginho replacement in January. I'm so sick of watching him get exposed on the counter and killing tempo in attack. Harsh. Yes, there's flaws. I'm not even going to lie, but don't be surprised if Graham Potter rates this guy. I'm pretty certain Graham Potter actually rates Jorginho. He likes that type of a player. Yes, he's got flaws. I'm not lying. I'm not going to sit here and lie that Jorginho is flawless. He's got flaws. But the skills that he has, the ability with the ball, I'm pretty certain Graham Potter appreciates that. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Did you hear Mendy rejected a 6-year deal? We will talk about this. Don't worry one bit. We will definitely talk about it. We're also linked with players like Zubimendi. We will talk about that as well. No doubts about that. Big up, miss. Good to see you, Queen of the South. Enrique as our coach. We will cook. I don't get some of these people, man. Enrique as our coach. Graham Potter's not going anywhere. I'm telling you right now, man. He signed a 5-year contract or 6-year contract at 12 million a year. He ain't going nowhere. With the players we have and are about to get, I would really love to see Jose Mourinho. Man, some of you guys are moving mad. Emmys, you need to go through that thread by Pedro, guy who broke the story. I translated it and learned more about the deal. Okay, do me a favor, man. DM me, and then I'll go through that down the track. Maybe in my next video, I can showcase that thread. But DM me, man. DM me. Okay. Aaron, thank you so much for the super chat. Big up, Miz. How you doing? Just wanted to say thank you for the regular discussions. It is always nice to have these live streams. Much appreciated. Thank you so much, Aaron. Really, really appreciate the super chat and appreciate your support always. And I love having these discussions with each and every one of you guys. Smash the like button, guys. We're up to 130 right now. Let's get those likes up to 100 immediately, like we've been saying and like we've been wanting to do in every single stream. Let's do that. Next up, we're not done with the Brazilian Wonder Kid, ladies and gentlemen. The Brazilian Wonder Kids are rolling on. Chelsea are very keen on 17-year-old Brazilian forward Vitor Roqué and hope to try and have more constructive talks in the coming days. Do you know what? More than Andrey Santos, like Andrey Santos, obviously central midfielder, seems like someone who, as I said, loves a challenge, gets in and puts in a tackle, wins the ball, and that's great. I like that. I appreciate that. Vitor Roqué. I've seen the clips of this kid. This kid is damn good. This kid is an attacking player. I believe he's a number 9, but I think he plays. He can drop in and play as a central attacking midfielder as well. But he plays as a striker, as a number 9. He's very mobile. He looks the bit, man. He looks the real deal. This guy apparently has 100 million release clause or something like 100 million euros. Honestly, there was 0.44 earlier on in this live chat that said, I don't know how we're doing this without getting caught by the financial fair play. I hope we are maintaining the right order, getting all these youngsters and paying excessive amount of money. Andrey Santos is somewhere around, like I've seen Fabrizio Romano tweet a while back saying Andrey Santos could be somewhere around 30 million euros or 40 million euros. So Vitor Roqué is apparently going to be around 100 million euros. But this kid, I kid you not, ladies and gentlemen, if you have the time, go to YouTube, type in Vitor Roqué. You will see the latest clips about this kid. If we can land him, I'm very excited. Very, very excited. Kingsley, thank you so much for the super chat. Sorry, Miz, time to move on from Georgie. I'm sick of him. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Like, people love to slam some of our players, man. I mean, each to their own. I get it. I get why you may be against Jorginho. I completely understand. As I said, he's not flawless, But I feel like there is value in Jorginho. There is value. But should we move on from him? Perhaps. I've said, look, I've got no issues if we move on from Jorginho. I really don't have issues because I feel there are other players in world football that can do similar jobs. 100%. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Vitor Roqué. Let me know what you know about Vitor Roqué, and would you like him at Chelsea Football Club? Does he excite you? Valan, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. Thank you. Roque was bought by the Brazilian club for a club record, if I'm not wrong. Going to be very, very expensive, maybe even more than Andrey. Can you check? I did. Valan, I saw someone tweet out, I think it might have been Fabrizio Romano, who said Vitor Roque's release clause is 100 million euros. So yeah, he is going to be worth more than Andrey. But he looks the part, man. He looks like the real deal. If we're talking about the next huge sensation, like back in those days, Neymar, this, that, the other, Vitor Roqué, he's got the flair, the charisma, man. He looks real deal. T1, thank you so much for the super chat. I was so hyped when we signed Piazon. Lucas Piazon. To this day, I feel we failed him. Hope we do a better job with these youngsters. I really do. I mean, at the same time, I have to say, why did Lucas Piazon stick around at Chelsea Football Club? Like, did someone have a gun on his head to tell him to stick it? Like, it was mad. He stayed at Chelsea for almost 10 seasons or 10 years, something like that. It's quite mad. Correct me if I'm wrong. Someone please tell me. I think Lucas Piazon stuck around. Like, who told him to stick around? At Vadi saying, even when we seem to be interested in Vitor Roque, interesting to see what happens. Okay, Real Madrid's interested. Brother, you got Endrick, man. Calm yourself down. Be happy with Endrick. This same guy is sick of Georgie twerk for Rice and will then get mad when adds nothing to build up. Does Vitor play more on the left or right? I think he plays more central. He plays, from the clips I've seen, I mean, he's young, man. He's like 17. You can make him do whatever you like, mold him to be. But from the clips I've seen, he plays more centrally. He plays literally through the middle. And he can drift. He can drift on the right. He can drift on the left. It doesn't really matter. He plays as a striker, but I think he can play as a central attacking midfielder as well. Yes, 100 million release clause, but his club would let him leave for less than 100 million. There you go. I wasn't wrong about saying that. I really read somewhere that we might consider hiring Luis Enrique next season if Potter doesn't work out for us. Look, if Potter fails to get results, I think Todd Bowley and the new ownership, they'll be forced to do something about it. So I hope he can. I hope he can turn things around, man. I don't want to lose against Bournemouth, man. Seriously, it's gonna give me a heart attack, man. That game. Like, I really hope we get a victory and then we go on a bit of a juggernaut and get some wins under our belt, man. I really hope it works out under Graham Potter. Like, I don't think Graham Potter is a bad person or a bad manager. We've seen what he was capable of doing in Brighton, but he needs to pick up wins. Yes, and he needs to have some balls, man, some guts. If you cannot get the best out of certain players, God damn it, tell them leave, or you're sacked, or you're in the bench. Like, you need to be hard on some of these players. If me's saying Vitor is good, then I trust that he is good. Look, hey, I'm no scout, man. I've just seen some clips, and he looks decent. I'm not going to claim to be a scout, man. Phenomenal Finn, please, Arsene Zakarian, I believe he can join right away in the first. Look, I think this guy will happen. I think Arsene Zakarian will happen in January. And potentially, you're right, he will be part of the first team setup. And I'm excited about Arsene Zakarian, no doubt about that. All right, next up, ladies and gentlemen, it's actually Chelsea from a Premier League point of view making the inquiries for Dusan Vlahovic at this point, and we know that they need a striker as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we spoke about Dusan Vlahovic maybe a few days ago. We need a solution for right now. I don't know whether Musa Yusufa Mokoko, I keep thinking Musa Sissoko, Yusufa Mokoko, Musa Sissoko. You can see why I get confused about that. But I'm not sure whether Yusufa Mokoko is actually going to happen. I get the feeling maybe he's playing around with all these other clubs like us and Man United and whoever else is interested just to get a contract extension at Borussia Dortmund, and maybe down the track he'll get a move. I don't know. I would like to see Yusufa Mokoko, potentially a number 9 for Germany down the track. Yes, another young youngster, but we already have Aubameyang. Kai Havertz potentially is going to, partner Aubameyang in tandem. I don't like it, but it's going to happen. So that's why I thought maybe someone like Yusufa Moukoko as that sort of secondary option of the bench, young player, someone we can build up to, who potentially will be in part of the first team setup, because he starts he's first team setup for Dortmund. I think some of the games he started as well. He's scored some goals. But I don't know whether that's going to happen. Apparently, the word is we are looking good in terms of getting him. But Dusan Vlahovic is someone I am all up for. I really am. I think Dusan Vlahovic has got the experience, got the know-how in terms of European football. I feel like he'll have the dog in him, Serbian background. I like him. I like the look about him. His size, his physique. Physicality shouldn't be an issue. He's quite quick as well. Aerially, he's strong. Reece James is back. He can whip in those crosses for Dusan Vlahovic. I like this shout. I really do. You let me know, ladies and gentlemen, if you like Dusan Vlahovic. Let's get Mitrovic or Tony, Premier League. I don't understand. Sukamoto, I don't know how often you tune in on the news. Why are people still talking about Tony? Can I seriously get an answer in regards to that? Ivan Toney, I think his career is dead. He's got 262 breaches of gambling issues. This guy is not going to be a player no more. Chelsea should stay away from this guy. This guy is not good news. He is not good news. I don't know why people still talk about Ivan Toney. Mitrovic is a good shout, but I don't know. I don't know whether Fulham are going to be keen at the moment, but Vlahovic is someone I'm definitely keen on. Big up, Miz. I hope to get some exciting news about stadium development soon. Great. Let me know when you do get some. I think it's important that we do revamp the stadium. We need more funds, more cash coming through at Chelsea Football Club to be sustainable on our own. I don't want our owners to keep pumping in money. And I think these owners are very smart. They're very, very business savvy, and they know exactly what needs to happen in order to make Chelsea sustainable. So they'll do the right thing, and they'll ensure that Chelsea is making money. You can get Tony in Bet365 only. 100%. Tony is gone, man. He's out of here. Vlahovic is injured. He's perfect fit now. Is he injured? I saw him playing the World Cup. Let me know if he's injured. I thought he was fit. Didn't Daily Mail say Todd Bowley is bidding for a land near Stamford Bridge? 100% he did. Yes, I think the bid was for about 50 million. So it could potentially look good. But yeah, Dusan Vlahovic, ladies and gentlemen, are you a yes or a no on Dusan Vlahovic? Does he excite you? Dusan Vlahovic, Aubameyang, Havertz as the sort of the options for us. Perhaps we do need some sort of a solution in January. I mean, we can't just be going into the second half of the season just with Aubameyang. Now, next up, ladies and gentlemen, I've watched Real Sociedad versus Man United in the Europa League, but I don't completely remember all the players from Real Sociedad. I do remember David Silva, though, perhaps. Probably saying Vlahovic, please. There you go. Very, very excited about Vlahovic. Groin injury. Okay, I didn't know he had a groin injury. Fair enough. I think Vlahovic is going to be successful in the Premier League, and Chelsea shouldn't hesitate to get him if possible. There you go. Miz, I am wrong, or I feel Vlahovic is very close to Lukaku. I haven't watched him too much. Similar style. Not gonna lie, robust. I think he gets a little bit more involved than Lukaku, though, and I think he's got a little bit more press about him off the ball. So I like that. Vlahovic is 23, by the way. He's young. But yeah, come back to this particular midfielder. Apparently an option in defensive midfield position, as opposed to Declan Rice, or an alternative to Declan Rice, apparently. Martin Zubimendi, 23-year-old. Now, as I said, when I watched Sociedad versus Man United in the Europa League, I was more focused on David Silva. I wasn't really paying any attention on this particular player. Let me know. I don't have too much information about Martin Zubimendi, how he plays and whatnot. I'll keep a closer eye. Is he worth it, ladies and gentlemen? Is he worth it? Some of these names, sometimes I feel like Nah, man. I'd rather just like if it's going to be players like Martin Zubimendi and this, that, the other, I think we're doing a disrespect to Declan Rice. I think someone like Declan Rice, who is, you know, in the top echelons, in the Premier League in terms of defensive midfield, would go for someone like him. Obviously, in recent times, I told you about how I wouldn't mind McAllister. McAllister, I definitely can see him play as a 6. Amrabat is someone who can definitely play as a 6. And there's many other names. You know, Moses Caicedo is someone who can play as a 6. But do these players happen? I think McAllister is someone we should really think about. I'm worried, man, if someone like McAllister, you know, goes and ends up going somewhere else. I think it's going to be quite detrimental for us. Okay, Zubimendi is more of a register, deep line playmaker. That's exactly what we look for at times. But yeah, let's have a look at what you guys are saying in regards to Zubimendi. Shubra is saying Zubimendi is class. Miz, I thought he is Barca bound. He's Busquets' replacement in Spain. He may very well be, man, Shubra. He may very well be because, yeah, at the end of the day, Barcelona will be looking for replacements for Busquets. But then again, don't they have Frank Kessié and this, that, the other? Frankie de Jong. I'm sure Frankie de Jong should be taking that position as well. So Krishna is saying Zubimendi is a player I only found out because Barca were throwing his name around to replace Busquets. There you go. Look, strong rumors coming for Zubimendi with Barcelona. Oh my days, it's the same big name argument. Zubimendi isn't big name and you prefer Rice. Look, the only reason why I said Rice is because I don't know Zubimendi. Like, you know me, 0.45. I don't really prefer Rice. I've even said recently McAllister, you know, Moses Caicedo, Amrabat, so many other players. The only reason I've brought this Rice situation up is I think sometimes we do a bit of disrespect towards Declan Rice. I think Declan Rice is not bad. He isn't bad. In fact, he's very good. Someone like Zubimendi, I've not heard who he is. That's why. The only reason. Unless, 0.44, if you have someone who's watched Zubimendi on a regular basis, let me know. What do you like about him? Can he play out from the back? Some people are already saying that. He's a deep-lying playmaker. He's a register. I love that. Let me know. Probali's already saying he's a gem. Next Xavi in making. Wow. I need to watch this brother in Real Sociedad. Kevin K, thank you so much for the super chat. Miz, we may have to sacrifice signing a big-name midfielder just so one of these youngsters make it. We are stockpiling too many. What is their pathway? Do you know what? Such a good question. And it's a question that I've been asking in recent times. With all of these people that we're bringing in outside of football, like your Christopher Vivell, you know, Lawrence Stewart, and, you know, Joe Shields and Kyle McCauley, and you know, we've already got Neil Butt from our development squad getting into that director of development team. What I need to see is plans for all of these players. Like, we are throwing names about McAllister and Rice and Jude Bellingham and this, that, the other. We have Chukwuemeka. We have Cesar Casady. We're looking into, we're very close to getting Andrey Santos. We are now looking to get Vitor Roqué. We are looking to get even more youngsters. So you're right. I do want to see what is the plan. Stockpiling is not going to work. You know, are all of them going to work out as well? That's the other question. Not all of these players will work out for us as well. We have to understand. Some of them won't work out. Some of them, we're probably going to build them up and then we're going to sell them. But let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens down the track. We are building that multi-dimensional structure soon. It's not just going to be Chelsea. Chelsea's going to have many other sister clubs. So some of these players will end up going there and spending time there before they start for Chelsea. I think what Chelsea, this is what I imagine in my head. I think what Chelsea's trying to do is get as many youngsters as possible, have that multi-dimensional club structure, and have a proper say on the loans, and then in the future really not have to buy too many in the market until it's absolutely necessary and it's a superstar or whatnot, and literally just buy players from our own clubs and bring them into Chelsea Football Club. So potentially save hell of a lot of money in terms of transfer market. business, basically. I think that's the picture that I'm getting, because I don't imagine Chelsea just keep balling out and throwing 200, 300, 400 million, over different transfer windows. So I think down the track, get all these youngsters and keep getting these youngsters, farm them out to our own clubs, and then eventually bring them back into the team. I think that's the idea, or that's what I understand. But we'll see what happens. Please, do you have news about Leao to Chelsea? He will build our Chelsea attack. Look, there's nothing at the moment. Obviously, a few days ago, there was a lot about Rafael Leao. I think this guy will happen in the summer. There's strong rumors that we're building something. We're trying to create a bit of a relationship with AC Milan. So watch this space. Something will happen. Okay, next up, ladies and gentlemen. So far, Chelsea have laid down the most groundwork to sign Josko Vardiol out of any other club and are pushing to sign him as soon as possible. I'm liking how we're moving with Josko Vardiol, ladies and gentlemen. It seems like we are desperate to get this guy. We really are desperate. And now more so, I suppose, because of Wesley Fofana's injury situation, and God knows how it's going to turn out down the track, Josko Vardiol probably becomes more and more important. And Christopher Vivell, coming from the Leipzig end, now the technical director of Chelsea Football Club, we could have a big shout. And Christopher Nkunku, coming from Leipzig, his teammate, I'm sure they know a lot about each other. There could be something there, Hopefully there's something there. Apparently Man City wants him. Real Madrid wants him. He's going to cost a lot of money. He will cost a lot of money. But I'm positive this could potentially happen. Surely some of the name will come good, if not all. Yes. Get Vardiol in, performing better than Kuli, more talented than Fofana or Trevor Bambi. Come on, bro. On ice, Chalobah. I like Trevor Chalobah, man. I know he may not be cup of tea for everyone, but I think he's a very good defender. That dimensional multi-club structure is not working the best for City Group in South America. Sometimes we call the group the graveyard of talent. Let's see, man. Let's see how it works out for us. We don't bring in all of these people, all of these Christopher Vivell, as I said, that Lawrence Stewart guy, whatever, Stuart Lawrence, I don't know, but that guy. Joe Shields, and many other, all these backroom staff from Brighton. We're looking to get Michael Edwards. Surely we don't get all of these players to come and fail at Chelsea Football Club. There's many people out there. Fabrizio Romano has said as well, Chelsea is building something, a project. I would be very, very astonished if we end up failing. I really would be very astonished if it fails. You don't bring in all of these, big minds to come together to fail. It would be insane. Any news on right back or right wing back for James backup? Look, there is words that we will get a player in January. We have to. There is no way we're going to be able to last the entire second half of the season with all the games that we're going to play purely using Reece James week in, week out. And let's be honest, someone like Aspie comes in, I'm sorry to say, it's not the perfect backup, Aspie. The drop-off in levels is mad. And that's fine. Aspie is now aging. His legs are giving. Aspie needs to move on. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, 230 plus live right now. We're going to talk about Mendy and his contract. 26 more likes to go before we hit 100 likes for the stream. It would be amazing to hit 100 likes during the live stream. So please smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen, immediately. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. We are chasing for 20,000 subscribers. So please subscribe as soon as you come through if you haven't subscribed. Okay. Last but not least, as I said, Edouard Mendy has reportedly rejected a new 6C contract offer from Chelsea. I don't know what's going on here. Look, a couple of things I want to say. He apparently isn't liking his disrespect by the wages, like the wages that is being offered to him. He feels disrespected. He wants to get Kepa kind of money. Kepa's on a lot of wages. I think in excess of 150K per week, somewhere around 160, 170, maybe even more. I don't know, but it's a lot. I like what our new owners are doing here, and I like what Graham Potter, I'm pretty sure he's putting some input here. I like how Reece James undoubtedly got the money. Reece James, without any arguments, got the money. He got the bag because Reece James deserves it. Reece James is damn world class. We are seeing what we're seeing with Mendy, not maybe to this extent where it's been rejected, but with Mount as well. I think Mason Mount's looking for a lot of money, but maybe Chelsea Football Club are not entirely happy to give in on that. Similarly with Mendy as well. Mendy is looking to get Kepa money, and I think Chelsea are probably standing and saying, we're not going to give you that money. We're not going to give you that money. We don't think your skill set suits us. You can you're more than willing to have a contract with us, but on our terms. And Mendy, he feels insulted staying at Chelsea Football Club and earning less than Kepa, because Mendy, as you guys remember, he used to be the number one under Thomas Tuchel, and now under Graham Potter, he's no longer the number one. So it's a sticky situation, but it's a situation. Look, I like Mendy, but I also like what we're doing in terms of the contract. I don't think Mendy deserves to get what level of money that Kepa gets. To be honest, Kepa doesn't deserve to get what money that Kepa is getting. That was a mistake. The amount of money that we're giving Kepa was a mistake. And I like the fact that our new owners are not repeating the mistake by giving another goalkeeper that level of money. So I like that. I really, really like that. So look, I'm sad to say, if this continues, I think Mendy will probably leave Chelsea Football Club. Mendy will most likely leave because he probably feels, I think Mendy's on something around 60, 70K. Correct me if I'm wrong, ladies and gentlemen. He's on some peanuts wage. Like, he's not on some good wage. So, and the fact that he's not a first choice, a proper first choice for us at the moment. I know Kepa is injured at the moment. So against Bournemouth, Mendy is probably going to start. But yeah, I like it. Give the money to the right players. Let's not throw the money to everyone anymore, because I feel previous owners, especially what Marino was doing, I think Roman had no idea what in terms of who was getting paid and what. No, I know he signed things off, but it was really Marino who was running the show. Marino was giving insane wages at times. Kai Havertz in some insane wages. Sai Christian saying 54K last time I checked in terms of Edouard Mendy. That's probably right. Yeah, Kai Havertz is on some insane wages. Christian Pulisic is on some insane wages. Lukaku is on some insane wages. We need to figure out where our wage needs to be and who gets what. As I said, Reece James deserves the wages. And you got to be in Reece James's level week in, week out to get that type of money. So I like it. I like where we're moving with it. So watch this space, ladies and gentlemen. I think Edouard Mendy, if we don't see something resolved, he's probably going to move on. And I'm pretty sure there are other clubs around the world that will take the services of Edouard Mendy with both hands, undoubtedly. He's still a top goalkeeper. Let's see what you guys are saying. 6 years is mad, though. Yeah. What's with Top Bowley and 6 years, man? What's with this 6 years stuff? Like, all he ever knows is 6 years, 6 years, 6 years, man. There's nothing in between. Literally nothing in between. Except for Kante. I don't think he wants to give Kante 6 years. According to reports, Mount's rejecting the contract because of how long, it's not because of how much money. Okay, fair enough. How long? So I'm sure he's getting a 6-year contract, so he doesn't want 6 years. He probably wants, what does he want? 3 years, 4 years, 5 years? Look, man, I tend to think it's the money. Because you can always break the contract. Like, if you ever want to leave Chelsea Football Club, you can leave. It's just other club will have to pay in order to break that contract. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap things up now. Let's take the final comment here. Edouard Mendy has only been playing football for 6 years professionally. We want to give him half his career in a contract. Exactly right, man. Exactly right. It's crazy how Todd Bowley has revealed the flaws Chelsea has. I respect Roman for everything, but we could have done better. I like him, man. Incentivizing the contracts as well, making sure players work hard for the contract. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap things up. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. I shall see you guys again later on UK time. Maybe before the Liverpool City game, maybe after the Liverpool City game. Obviously, that's going to be a blockbuster. But look out for that. Only 6 more likes to get 100 likes. It's been a fantastic live stream going through all the news. It's going to be buzzing. Hopefully, the watch-along is going to be just around the corner, Chelsea versus Bournemouth. I cannot wait to connect with each and every one of you guys on that watch-along, and hopefully it's a big 3-pointer for us. 5 more likes, 4 more likes till we get 100 likes. I'm pretty sure we'll get there. Smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, see ya.